Hello and welcome back to part 2 of the semifinals of the Nano-Swarm Haze. I am Mercy from HereThereBeMonsters, and we are here shoutcasting match 2 here. We had match 1 last night, which was Home Depot versus Affinity Gaming. Affinity Gaming took that one down 2-0, and so today we choose their opponent for the finals. Tonight's match we have AMONGSUS versus bop-a-awp. That's going to be a good tongue twister to say during the event. And we also are doing something a little bit new, which is we have 2 co-casters. So this is kind of fun. We are here with Gwolf and Eden, both of whom played yesterday during the match that we spectated. Eden played for Home Depot, and Gwolf played for the victorious Affinity Gaming. So they're going to be hanging out with us tonight. Eden's going to be mostly running cams. Gwolf's going to be doing most of our play-by-play, and I think we're going to have a good time. In the meantime, while that's getting loaded up, I'm not sure if you've had a chance to watch much of the tournament, Gwolf, but what can you tell us about our teams tonight?
Yeah, so I've played with a couple of the players on each side, but it's been probably since December, like the last tournament, since I've really played them. But there's strong aimers, strong tacticians on both sides. I'm expecting a pretty lively, even game.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. Any particular agents that you think we're going to see coming out here? Any favorites?
No, I think some players to watch. I'm not sure what agents they'll play, but Bungu on the attacker's side and Crash on the defender's side. Those are 2 of the players I've played with the most in this group, and I'd look for each of them to rack up some frags tonight.
Our map tonight Split, which was our second map of the night last night. So I guess having just very recently played Split in the tournament yourself, what can you tell us about Split?
Split's a tough map. You've got, it's really about control of middle. Once you, if you can't control middle, you can get attacked on the site, from multiple angles. So I think watch for who can control the fight in middle.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting coming from, having watched the map before that, whose name I've forgotten, but that map and Split are very similar to each other. It's just that Split doesn't have a bomb site in middle. So I can see you kind of falling into that trap of like, oh, mid's not quite as important, but it really seemed to control the tempo of play.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we have bop-a-awp, who is attacking, versus AMONGSUS. So far, seeing a straight up, I was going to say a straight up mirror of 3 for 3 showing, at least at the beginning there.
Looks like they're still kind of deciding, but looks like a pretty standard setup over there for the attackers. You've got 3 duelists, an initiator, and a controller. Look for the Sova over there to get some intel, the Omen to really lock down the bomb sites with smokes, and the other 3 really just go for the frags. And looks like we've got a similar setup on the defender's side, just with a sentinel instead of an initiator.
And the last minute lock-in, so we do still see that core of the same 3, but we see Brim and Killjoy picked up for the defenders. Any particular, so having watched this map, it seemed like it was fairly defender favored. So what do you see, I guess, kind of within the draft there? How do the 2 agents that are different for our attackers help them out? How do Sova and Omen help overcome that?
I'm expecting that, they went and picked up a Killjoy. They're starting on defenders. Killjoy's got strong utility for defending.
Sure.
So I think, whereas on the attacker side, the Sova is going to be able to get intel on, shooting out his recon darts, see what's out there. So it's going to be a real interesting dynamic here.
All right, we'll get into it. And just one more reminder, make sure your camera is locked to Eden. Which should be.
Can I do that with brackets?
Yep, the brackets right by your enter key there. We'll cycle through observers. Which I guess if you lock to me, you'll probably just also get Eden because I'm on Eden. But.
Oh, hello.
All right, so we actually see the exact same first round strategy here being deployed by the attackers as we did last night, which is trying to hit A fast. Don't forget to,
Interesting,
Eden, if you end up being separated, you can do number keys to get back into somebody.
Interesting strat there. They took A site and then they went back through mid ropes to B. B was wide open.
I could see it potentially paying off for him, especially leaving the attacker's jet kind of in middle there for a surprise flank. Yeah, I was going to say, she needs to move in quickly here, though. There we go.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Good pickup there from both teams. Nice 1v1. Plenty of time on the clock, and defenders are going to hold that one out.
That was a nice clutch by Streeter there.
Yeah.
Clutch.
Who's the old dog now?
All right, so what do we see here? I'm curious to see if we see our losing attackers buy out or just eco it. We saw a round one force last night. It looks like attackers are going to wait it out.
It looks like they're doing just a real light buy, getting some shields, a ghost in play.
Yep. Yeah, but no, nobody dropping to 0 or anything. Our attackers, however, do want to push their advantage here. They pick up armor, submachine guns, and even a sniper rifle. Attackers looking to slow play it this time. They do send one over to B, though. Gonna be curious to see if they run into Brimstone or just end up standing in the site. Attacker strategy may backfire here if defenders pick up on what's happening. Trying to buy time to get a plant in B while the fight's happening, but they're gonna end up 2v5ing probably as a result.
That was a good fake. You know, they cleared everybody over to A, and then they're going to get the bomb down at B, get that extra money for the next round.
Ooh, that's tough. The kill on Dave there, as far as the attackers being able to potentially hold this. So at this point, they're mainly looking at eco damage to the defenders.
One enemy remaining.
And not able to do a whole lot of that either. So next round here, probably being first buy for our attackers is going to be an important one for them.
We've got 4 defenders alive with submachine guns. We'll see if they decide to upgrade those or hold them.
I feel like we're going to see a hold, because that was a pretty significant force buy for their team.
Yep. So the attackers all have rifles. This is going to be quite an advantage for them against the 4 SMGs.
Looks like essentially flipping the script here, sending 1 alpha to try and distract, and 4. If these 4 run at B, this could work really well for them. If they play too slowly, though, they're going to get rotated on hard, and they're going to be caught in the same situation.
Looks like they're leaving 1 lurker at A.
Yeah. Yeah. So we see them trying to execute essentially the same strategy, starting to look at moving the bomb through middle over to A. There we go. Scouting a little bit of information, though. Whereas last night we saw some of those decisions being made a little bit more on the fly. You kind of pick up where to go. A little bit of a standoff here. I don't know if anybody's even shot at anybody really yet. I heard a few shots there, but I think that was mainly just kind of trying to hold an angle.
Yeah, Raze was able to lurk into A heaven there, get a pick. Now you're going to see them move into the site, take over A.
So currently pressing the advantage 4 versus 3. Each team has 1 rotating over from B still. So attackers getting the bomb down in A, which from what I saw, the trick to holding A here seems to be to defend the site outside of the site, because there's really not anywhere to hide, like on the actual plant itself.
Yep.
Last player
But we see him picking up really good kills, and the last defender here potentially just trying to save, but yeah, not gonna get away with that one.
Yeah, you really saw the attackers use their weapon advantage there.
Yeah.
To win that round, and defenders have enough to buy full this round, or close to full buy, so back on even ground.
I'd be curious to see if that was an intentional decision or not, but it also seems like A on this map is a little bit more open, so getting a little bit more value out of those rifles, rotating back over to A there.
Absolutely.
Good pickup for the defenders there on the Jet, who's been kind of protecting flank for the attackers. So we're going to see the attackers try and capitalize on the price they've already paid. Striker, though, really holding down the site. I think this is probably going to be a defender win here unless something changes drastically. They've got the angles. They've got the men. We do see Omen hop out there, though. That provides a little bit better positioning. But, yeah, they're kind of left running for cover. They're able to disengage, but they're still left with a 2v4.
Looks like they're going to try and make it over to A through the sewer with the bomb.
Yeah, probably
No
thinking the
defender
defender's
there.
fully committed, but this could be a surprise coming up for Dave.
One enemy remaining.
Found the swarm grenade out.
Yeah, that's tough. It really was his only play, so I get it, but defenders were just ready for it.
Smart to not over-rotate there.
So I don't know a ton about what Crash does, and I know at least some of the people endemic to my community know even less about Valorant than I do. So tell us about what Crash is doing over there on defense.
Yeah,
Saw
so
some
he's
stuff getting placed.
putting out his turret, and then alarm bots and swarm grenades. So the turret gives you the ability to kind of spot a player, and it'll start shooting. The goal isn't to get a kill with it. It's more sort of a intel piece,
An alarm,
help you
yeah.
peek out.
We see attackers rushing mid to B this time, with one flanker coming into B on the other side. So if they hit the site here at the same time, it's going to leave good pickups by the defenders, though. There we go. They secure the site. They can get it planted, and they maybe know that the defenders have been favoring leaving one behind. So we potentially have a 3v2
Last
here.
player standing. Spike down B.
Yikes. Big kills by Jonathan. Huge clutch there for Jonathan. That was looking like a pretty good setup for our attackers there. Well done.
Yeah, it was a good retake of the site.
And I wasn't really paying attention to the buys that time, but that leaves our attackers in a pretty tough spot here. We see a partial buy. We're going submachine guns and armor. They really want to try and take at least another plant, and ideally just a win on this one. Otherwise, if defenders take this one again with a full buy and get the next round of cash, that's going to give them a significant advantage.
Yeah, they're really trying to turn the momentum around. Looks like they're going to be hitting B here.
The hunt begins.
Snap out. Bomb buddy out.
The attackers have 4 ultimates on the table right now. We'll see if they'll use them.
Planted.
Yeah, so far being very conservative with that, which if they can pull it off, could turn this into essentially a 2-round momentum swing, but hopefully that doesn't end up biting them in the butt.
Yep. There come the jet knives for 2 kills.
Oh, no. Yeah, Jet almost gets... I don't know how Jet survived. Oh, because that was the sniper. That was so lucky. But have a...
One enemy
Good,
remaining.
there we go.
Last
Have a
player
pretty good
That
chance
was
of
a
holding the
nice
site
job.
here, though. Because now we can just play around the bomb. Nice. There we go. It was an expensive win, but they still got it. So I think it's still worth it for them, and they are able to hold the weapon there on Dave. It was only a submachine gun, but much needed economic and morale win there.
Yeah, 3 ults used on that round, but it got them the win, and now they've got back to a full buy.
Yeah, potentially costing themselves a little bit. Committing the ults earlier might have saved 1 or 2 more of those guns, but they are able to pretty much full buy here. And Dave's saving with the submachine gun, no upgrade there. We had 2 or 3 B rushes in a row, so it looks like we're going to play it a little bit slower here. Wait for the wait for a little bit of info and see if the defenders kind of shake things up a little.
There. Fire in the hole!
And there we go. The rush from mid into B again. A very quick sight take, but the spike a little bit late to get into sight. This is costing him valuable time. Oh. Panda picks up one, tries to get a second one there, but isn't able to get it locked in while taking fire from that shotgun.
Last player standing.
It's going to be a tough hold for Dave.
Yeah.
One enemy.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
What
Well,
a play there.
holy cow.
I was going to say, oh, this is going to be tough with an SMG. but
Yep.
Didn't matter.
Nope. Didn't
Great
matter
shot.
at all. Yeah, so really we're back to pretty close to even here. I think the only real kind of meta advantage that our defenders have is they do have 4 of their ults ready. So I think we're potentially going to see some bombs dropped on this one to make sure they break this swing.
Scanning ahead.
Yep. They've got a half buy. They can get some early picks. You might see some ults to try and turn the table on this round.
Full-on 10-man commit here at B. Bungo, I actually didn't see... Oh, it's Omen. Okay, I was going to say, I didn't see how he got over in that spot, but
One enemy
probably an
remaining.
Omen leap, and wow, really, really pays off for him. Bungo and Bongu coming in there with several kills each. That was just a straight-up brawl. That was all 10 people there, and pretty much a 5-second fight.
Yeah, we had the bomb down with everyone still alive. That's not
Yeah.
common.
And it looks like our attackers here giving a lot of respect to what they seem to think is a sniper rifle defending A, but there actually isn't one right now.
Well, they've moved the op over to B. Let's see if that has an impact too.
Feeling sight.
Shoot.
Dangerous peek by Reyna there pays off. Although I just noticed the spike is at A.
Yeah.
So they're actually winning this undermanned here. I did not see the spike travel over there at all. I'm assuming that was an ult.
This is a risky play here, putting the bomb down without any teammates to defend it, but it looks like they're going to be fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Oops. I need to update one thing in the bot here. I just noticed that said determines the first finalist. The second finalist.
Looks like they're going to be hitting A this time. You see a majority of the defenders playing on the B side. They're going to try and take advantage of that.
Spike down A.
You see Bungu overcommitting a little bit there without any ammo and getting punished for it. Attackers potential. Oh, they don't have the spike though. I was going to say attackers have an opportunity to drop back and plant, but defenders in a pretty good spot right here.
Everyone's kind of hammed in on the site. Nobody's wanting to peek.
Nowhere to run!
We see attackers commit an ult there, which does scare out a kill for him and even things up.
30 seconds left. Last player standing.
Ooh.
Right here.
This is a tough play to make with an AWP.
Yeah. Yeah, like an interesting idea there. We kind of run into the old pitcher's dilemma, right? Like he's throwing 3 curveballs. How many more is he going to throw in a row? So pitcher changes it up and they go A, but I think they needed to rush it. I think they needed that surprise factor. And now we're going to see him go back to comfortable old B here.
We've got Sova going over to A. You might see a recon dart from him or something to try and bait some attention over to A while the rest of the force goes B.
Attackers potentially getting boxed in here. It's really interesting. We're seeing our defenders really committed to kind of turtling. Last night we saw a lot more motion from the defenders on this map for both teams. And defenders, if they were willing to be a little aggressive, I think could have flanked him there.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of the... It's almost... They're giving up map control to stay alive.
Yeah.
Sometimes that pays off for you.
Reyna going absolutely crazy in Cool Kid's hands there, though. Pulls out a hat trick, or did he get all 4 of them? I think he just got 3.
30
Got a
seconds.
chance at another here. 4 kill.
Well done.
Last round before the switch.
So a chance for our defenders to even it up. But as we know, this map is defender favored. So our attackers coming out of this at worst even is a really good sign for them.
Yeah, I agree. And, you know, the defenders have a Sentinel and Killjoy as well. And, you know, it's having to play on offense with her, it's gonna be tough.
Our defenders, too, we have 2 submachine guns versus the attackers full buy. Defenders have 2 ults, so going to come down to utilization.
It's use it or lose it on the ults in this final round of the half.
Smoke's down.
We see defenders sticking with 1 in A, which if Omen gets a little overzealous here, could get caught with his pants down. Although a trade isn't too bad for our attackers, even if that plays out that way. If Omen goes down, Jet gets the kill, picks it up, and plants.
There they are.
Good pick in mid there.
Spike carrier's down.
Spike down A.
They, however, don't breach the site concurrently, so Crash is able to pick up the spike carrier without getting punished for it. A good quick retreat there from defender's Jet. Leaves them at 3-2, but they do have control of the spike, so got a good chance at holding this. I think attackers blew the opportunity not having Jet go in with Omen.
1 enemy remaining. 10 seconds left. Last player standing.
Open
He
up.
just needs to buy a few seconds.
Yeah, I was
Not
gonna
enough
say,
time.
Watch for the ult there, and that's all the time they needed. It was a very smart play by Brimstone there.
Switching sides.
Yeah, well done. Fantastic first half here. We don't see anybody necessarily running away with it as far as kills to death or assists or anything goes. So I think a lot of players have had an opportunity to kind of shine for 1 or 2 rounds, and we don't see anybody running away with it or necessarily really dragging things down either. Everybody pretty even.
Yeah, you see those 2 duelists on the attacker's side at the top of the leaderboard. I think, you know, you don't often see Brimstone at the top of the kill rate. Great,
Yeah.
Great half by Stritter. Very well done.
There.
We see our defenders here being willing to be a little bit more active on the map. Trading 1 for 1 there, but if they move in, they've got the numbers advantage on middle. They do give up the site for it, but yeah, they can retake with numbers.
The bigger
Fun.
they are, the harder they fall.
Personally, and I realize it's not always the best decision, but I love to be that flanking rotator, so it's always fun for me to watch that play out.
Yeah, the attackers are just a little too slow there,
Yeah.
letting that Sova flank you through the sewers. You know, if you're still in mid at the point that somebody can get behind you walking the whole way there, you're going to be in trouble.
Go get him.
Defender's playing up really far forward, and Dave gets caught there, looking completely the opposite way.
Yeah, it looks like Mohawk decided, you know, okay, flanked us last time, you're not going to get us this time.
If we can get this
Spike
shotgun
down,
has a good
mid.
opportunity to pick up another kill here before they back up.
One enemy remaining.
There we go.
Satchel out. Satchel out.
Ooh. Nice try.
It's quite an aggressive play there. You got one.
Yeah, tactically maybe not the best decision. It was exciting, but if he'd waited about 3 seconds for his allies there, probably didn't need to die. But you know what? The aggression for the defender is paying off here. They've created a 2-round lead, and the attackers really have to figure out, you know, run into this now. They do have their first full buy on attackers, but it is a full force as well. They are all, their total team cash is less than 1,000.
Yeah, interesting. They haven't really fully committed to the buy here, even though they could. Got a couple people holding on to $2,000 and using lower weapons.
Dave and Panda playing a little bit of chicken with each other here. We're just waiting to hold
The
that
nice
angle.
crossfire setup here. One can take contact and
Yep.
you know, the other one can come in and swing and shoot
If they
people in
stay
the back.
patient, it can pay off for them. Jet smoke does kind of break it up for them, though. A 2 for 1, but as we've talked about, getting the bomb down in A here really boils down to whether or not you can push back out of the site for defense, and the attackers are not able to do that. They're going to have to defend right on it.
Got a lot of utility coming in on the retake here.
Last player standing.
Yeah, and they kind of had to. Cool Kid for Life, maybe overplaying his hand a little bit. He does get a couple kills for it, but I think he initiated before his team was ready for it.
Stop in the lab.
That was really well defended by Crash.
Yes.
Nice play.
Yeah, we do see overall on the kill leaderboard, Cool Kid starting to extend the lead and approaching 2-1 kill to death, but that aggressive play I think cost him the round. Attackers are able to buy out on rifles again, and defenders are left in an awkward position here.
Yeah, you're looking at a half buy here.
And Cool Kid decides to commit on the auto shotty as well. Last second there.
Smart play. This map has a lot of close quarters, and that judge can really punish people if you can get close to him.
Cover going out.
Kind of curious for both of them, just a naked peek that one. No significant damage done either way.
Bomb buddy out.
But they're really trying to fake A here.
Yeah.
Bombs walking through B.
Yeah, I think we're about to see Reyna and B get caught. And although Cool Kid does pull out a kill.
There's that close range shotgun.
Yeah. And unfortunately, we didn't get it on camera, but he actually got a kill and got out of that.
You should run.
Which, pretty impressive.
Here comes the Killjoy ult in the post plan.
Bomb grenade out. Finished.
Our defenders trying here for the retake, but just don't seem to be able to get the angles. Attackers holding off well. We see kind of a last-ditch effort of it here, but yeah, Bungu last one left with a pistol. Wow, speaking of pistols, that is a beautiful pistol skin. I'm sorry, but
that was a really nice eco there for the attackers. They were able to come in, get the bomb plant, get a couple kills, and
yeah,
now they got a full buy.
Yeah, significant swing back from him.
Interesting seeing a Guardian being played by Mohawk here.
Is that, I'm assuming that's like scout equivalent, but I'm not super familiar with the guns by name.
It doesn't really have a Counter-Strike equivalent. It's a semi-auto shot with, you know, it's a one-hit kill to the head, but it's just one shot at a time. Good for long range. Or
well,
when
you only needed one, so
like that, you only need one.
So our attackers taking a kill at mid and looking to collapse on A, which our defenders appear to have completely misread. So a lot for the defenders here riding on what happens here in the next few seconds. Bungu does pick up a kill and manages to get some more utility down.
Ooh.
Wow.
Big RPG kill there.
Alarm bot out.
Placing swarm grenade.
Swarm grenade out.
Defenders trying to split up here and push from two different angles. They do have a little bit of time still. Trying to hold them down, keep them looking up in that window. Time, though, running down quickly. Oh. I think we've got time.
I think he's got it. He's got it.
Oh, was that important?
Not a lot left there, though. That was a great retake by the defenders. Choosing to have Jet just kind of slowly spam out that magazine to hold him down in the corner and then breach from the side worked out very well for them.
Yeah, that was a well executed 2v2 there.
Looks like we're gonna see another partial buy here from our attackers. light armor, some machine pistols, a couple submachine guns. Attackers also running a little bit, or defenders also running a little bit of a motley crew, but they do have full armor.
Yeah, it's just kind of what you see in a back and forth game like this, where nobody could really get a strong economic advantage.
Yes, for those of you playing the home game, we do have bop-a-awp is on defense right now, ahead 9-8 against AMONGSUS. And we're going to see AMONGSUS try and rush take A here, probably overwhelming Dave, and getting that spike down quickly. But we see them collapse onto the point again, though. Preferring to hold it down in the pit here. It's just kind of surprising to me to see him not try and hold any of the high ground. But potentially the flank coming in from, Mohawk here. And that leaves the defenders, yeah, kind of between a rock and a hard spot. Let's see an overtime. I'd like it. We're getting dangerously close. For those of you not very familiar with Valorant, we are playing 1st to 13, but I do have to win by 2 if it gets that close. It seems like attackers really kind of have the defenders' numbers as far as what sites to go to. Defenders consistently just guessing wrong.
Charges.
Yeah, here's a full mid push. Real aggressive move into B heaven. They have taken B easily.
Just walked over the site. Defenders at this point have to regroup and go for retake. There's no point in contesting. Hopefully Dave doesn't get caught here, but it looks like he's about to. Almost pulls a kill out of that, though. It's a good shot, just not a good enough weapon.
Yep.
Oh, too original with a huge flank there. Does get caught, but buys the attackers a lot of time.
Bungu can stay alive here.
Impressive.
Attackers say no. Ooh, barely saved that weapon there. What did he have? Yeah, that was a good save. So we see attackers now, a 1-round lead, which obviously isn't a ton, but we see a full buy by defenders, putting them down. Ooh, a sell actually by Bungo. Changing his mind. Interesting. Very interesting not to go with the full buy with the rest of the team for the defenders.
Yeah, especially with 1600 still in the bank.
Defenders remembering that what was working well for them early here was the aggression. They just roll right through mid there and pick up 2 kills. And potentially in a position here to catch the attackers. I think maybe Dave overplaying his hand a little bit, though. That frees attackers back up to try and rotate out of this. I'm thinking they're going mid to B.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go back. They're still trying to figure out.
Kind of debating about it, though. If attackers can run into the defenders here, I was going to say and take it on numbers, but Cool Kid picks up an important kill. Oh, man. Cool Kid and Pimp and Panda just hold that one down.
Still neck and neck. One round after the other. Just back and forth.
Yeah, if you look at it here in the in the rounds, 2-1 and then 2. So at the very beginning a little bit, but then we had 4 and then 1-1, 1-1, 2-2, 1-2, 1, like just right back and forth, back and forth. Defenders saving themselves economically there. Attackers have 3 ults here. Defenders have 2, so not a significant advantage there. Seemed to me like that RPG should have worked.
That rocket didn't get a kill there. I mean, that was bizarre. Like leaped over the rocket or something.
Yeah. Parkour. Yeah, I wish we could, I wish there was some way to instant rewind and watch that from a different angle. It must have just gone under him and gone just far enough past him. So our 3 remaining attackers are our attackers that have ultimates. See them. They do show there at A, though, so we see defenders rotating over pretty quickly. Attackers need to get that spike down. There we go, and they do.
You should run.
So, yeah, I was going to say, we're going to see some ults come out here, I think. Ooh. Jet getting picked off by Cool Kid, though.
We're going to have to back up and wait for the Killjoy ult.
Ooh.
Getting spammed through the box there. From
yeah.
Heaven. Smooth retake there.
Yeah. Yeah, very good. But attackers, for the most part, do still have money to buy out of it. Like we said, we had kind of evened the score there, so I'm assuming we're going to see a full buy here.
This is a huge round here. You know, if our attackers take... Sorry, I'm getting a little screwed up on my screen. It's showing my defenders as attackers. It's backwards.
Oh, weird.
Get out of my way!
Hoping for the pick mid does not play out for him. We see the Jet ult deployed right away here from our attackers. Still kind of dancing with each other here. A little bit of damage on a wall shot there, but... Mohawk Matt picks one up. He is way out by himself, though. Good knife kill for attackers Jet. We got the bomb down in B. I think we've got a significant chance of going 11-11 here. This is going to be a very tough retake. Oh, fantastic flank there from Matt as well.
Wow.
Shadows traveling.
I'm kind of surprised we don't see the defenders trying to save here.
Silence.
But they want to try and take this home.
Last player standing.
Yeah, I understand in the moment getting caught up in that, but I think a save there does them more good. Well, I guess they're wealthier than I thought, though. Nope, never mind.
They've got enough that they could drop their raise.
Yeah, yeah, they can buy out for him. Okay, never mind. That's a misread for me there.
Dova's bringing out an Odin.
Yeah.
Big heavy machine gun, penetrates walls really well. Sometimes you can really hold something down with a spam with that gun, and
Dave picks up a kill with it immediately as soon as the round starts. And Bungo picking off Matt there as well. Defenders looking to take this one into extra innings potentially. Unfortunate miss on that sniper shot. Good use of the utility there to pick one up. Our attackers are about to get pinned in here, though. Crash picking up another kill. If they can move.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, good shooting from Panda there. Attackers were very close to evening that up and retreating to the other bomb site.
Well, here we go. Match point. It's either game over or overtime after this round.
We see Crash kind of debating on what to buy. There we go.
It's like a
held
full
there
hit
for a
at
bit.
B.
Yeah.
And Sova's got his bow out. Could get overrun
Revealing
here.
area. Found them.
Dave just does not want them to push into the site. I don't know if he had much information there, though. I think that was mainly blind spam. So defender's not really rotating too heavily just yet.
And he's all the way down at 2 hit points.
Yeah, he paid pretty heavily for that. Very aggressive here. I guess just doesn't want to get caught by... Oh, no.
Ooh, that was close.
Very
That could have
close.
ended badly. You never want your
Standing
life to end from a boom bot.
Our defenders here trying to get aggressive, but not committing to it enough. I think Omen's about to pay for this. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, trades 1-for-1. If defenders were a little better positioned to collapse on that, might have been able to seal this this deal, but Packers get some good kills. We see him trying here to push through mid, but Jet trying to pick
30
one up from
seconds
behind. We see the Jet ult coming out.
Spike planted.
You should run.
Ooh, misses the knife throw.
It's still anybody's round.
Yeah, we got plenty of time here. Is it? I can't remember. Is it 35 or 45 on the spike?
I believe it's 40.
40? Okay. In the middle. So either way, we have plenty of time, and defusing takes what, like 8 or 10?
Last
Yeah.
player standing. One enemy remaining.
1v1 here.
Oh, good hold for Jonathan there to take it to 12-12. So yeah, so we're into overtime for map 1 here, which, like we said,
Switching
means
sides.
win by 2.
Overtime.
We do have a side switch back, but you don't. I forget. Do you not lose your money, or does everybody get the same amount of money? I don't remember how it works.
Everyone starts with 5,000.
Okay.
So what you're seeing with Jet
Turret out.
buying an AWP, no shields, because the AWP is 5,000. We'll see if that gamble pays off for 2 original.
And we see defenders pick up an Omen again here as well.
Need a drop.
Attackers want to go full on 5-man rush A, which if they really W key it, could work out well for them here.
Yep.
Utilities down. Defenders starting to rotate though. If attackers want
And
this to
Jet's
work, they've
coming
got to
over
do it
with
now.
that AWP.
Yeah. Crash picks one up and knows there's more around the corner there. Ooh, close range op kill. That was a risky peek. Oh no.
Oh.
Field goal
Double
right
peeked
between
it
them.
there and
Recalling my bot.
One enemy remaining.
Jonathan
Spike
picks up
down
2
A.
huge kills there. And spikes down.
Turret out.
Defenders working on slowly closing the net here. Yeah, this is his timing. He's got to get out of that
30
hallway.
seconds left.
Oh, gets distracted behind himself.
Switching
So
sides.
both. Oh, you get 5,000
Match
every
point.
round. Okay,
yep, because they switch sides again here. So
got
you
it.
gotta-
Yeah, this is actually my first Valorant overtime. So this is interesting. I like the way it works. It's very different, but I
Yeah.
like it.
Different from the classic Counter-Strike, 3 and 3.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the things that Valorant's really done a good job of is, it's first to 13 instead of 16, shortens the game up a little bit. The
Yeah.
overtimes are a little bit shorter,
Revealing area.
kind of pack more game into fewer rounds.
I gotta say I'm digging the crosshairs on Dave's almost said Omen on whatever it's called, the gun Dave had there.
Odin.
Odin,
Yeah.
thank you. I was close.
Very colorful skin he's got there.
The attacker's much more hesitant to commit here, and it just hurts looking at the mini map because they could 4v1. Now they might give one up to the op there, but there we go. They scare out the op. They take the site. Yeah.
Omen dropped the op for Jet there, so the op has it this time.
Ah, good catch.
Everyone's still alive with the bomb down.
Cutting their vision.
Now we're gonna see a lot of utility coming out here.
Ooh, the potential flank coming in here though. Oh no!
Ooh, that was a whiff. That was painful.
Makes up for it with that, however, but
What a no scope.
yeah,
Wow.
that.
Last player standing.
We've all done it, right? Like, so it's kind of like watching another guy get hit in the groin. Like, we've all done it, and so we just know the pain of missing that shot. Panda trying to hold it down, but just not enough time.
Not gonna be enough. And that's the game.
Attackers win.
Yeah, fantastic first round there. That was a ton of fun to watch.
Bop-a-awp pulls it out.
That was an intense game.
Yeah, it was. So, looking at the scoreboard here, I always really try to make sure that I look beyond just top KD. It drives me crazy when the captain of the football team is always the MVP, even if he didn't have the best game. Who jumps out at you as, and I like to pick for both teams too. So who jumps out at you as MVP for AMONGSUS and bop-a-awp?
You know, I think Bungu really had some clutch plays there. A lot of aggressive maneuvers with the blast packs and picking up info, as well as, you know, creating space for his teammates. And then Cool Kid was obviously dominant, you know, lighten things up with Reyna and going on some crazy streaks there.
Yeah, several 3 and 4 kill rounds. Ironically, after I load all that up, I do think that I kind of want to almost give it to Jonathan, because Jonathan clutched several rounds there for them with triple kills on point retakes.
I will be starting now.
Let's do it to it.
Really excited. I honestly don't even know which team to really like expect an outcome from, because they're both really good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was everything we were hoping for. I want 2 more maps of that. And obviously I'll let Greg and or Eden step in on this, but for those of you not familiar with the maps by name, Haven is a 3 bomb site map. So the overall structure of it is not hugely different from the one that we were just on, but the middle contest area does have a bomb site of its own. So I guess if one of you could kind of walk us through what that means as far as strategy.
Yeah, it's a much more fluid map. You'll see, you know, controlling mid is still important to control rotations, but you'll see, you know, the attackers will probably go in, try to get a pick, try to pull some rotators off, and then you'll maybe see them rotate back. Much more fluid map than the Split, which it's going to be interesting to see. You know, we had a real close match on Split that looked really even. Let's see if this map supplies the same type of environment.
And we see bop-a-awp lock in the exact same squad they had last time, but AMONGSUS looking to change things up a little
Select
bit. We're
your
considering
agent.
a Phoenix, and I'm drawing a blank on Mohawk's agent's name. Is it? No, it's not.
That
Omen.
is Cypher.
Cypher. There we go.
That was who Dewey was playing yesterday very effectively for us.
Yeah. So curiously, though, yesterday we saw Dewey's. I almost said Omen again. We saw Dewey's Cypher working really, really well for the defenders on this map. So we see maybe they're just playing for the later half of the game here, but we see Cypher picked up for the attackers. couple pistol upgrades, a couple armor upgrades. Both teams buying a bit here. Not wanting to give it up on the pistol rounds. So this map with the 3 bomb sites also requires a bit more mobility for the defenders in order to kind of hold everything down.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to see an A hit here on the pistol round.
Revealing area.
That's a good recon there to slow things down.
Shock dart.
They were spotted, and now they're going to turn around. Smart move here.
Might get bogged down in the middle, though. If only they could see what we could see, right? C site welcoming with open arms. But they seem to think that their fake at A didn't get as much attention as it did.
Yeah, I think they waited a little too long.
About 1 billion shots being fired before somebody finally goes down, and somehow it was not the defender's jet. He manages to pick up a kill and get out of there.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Yikes.
Good pick up from Panda, but a lot of time and a lot of bad guys standing in the way.
Yeah, when you get down to that low health, you're in danger of getting killed by the turret there. You're lucky to escape with at least having another agent kill you.
Escape with your pride, if not your life.
Yes, exactly. Looks like we're going to see some SMGs running down C long here.
Keep it cool. That's how you
Yeah,
survive.
attackers
playing
wanting
2
to
at
leverage
C.
their win there, but defenders buying up what they can as well. See a walking push on C. Jet might be able to grab a kill here. Yep. Oh, misses the second shot. Bummer.
Spikes down. Placing alarm bot. Placing swarm grenade. Targets destroyed.
One enemy remaining.
And a pistol for our last man standing here.
It's a tough ass.
Yep. A man with a pistol and a dream.
Yeah, 1v4 with the
About to get
ghost.
flanked
Good
as
luck.
well. So things starting out very well for our attackers here. Defenders maybe maybe not able to capitalize on that aggression that worked so well for them on split. And really, I think the difference being just that third bomb site makes you need to be reliant on information much more than your W key.
Yep. Need to have good calls from your teammates as well on this map. 'Cause if somebody calls a push at one site and there's only 1 or 2 people, you could really scoot around up. That was a nice sheriff shot there by Omen.
Oh my gosh, you know what? Somewhere along the line, I had changed my observer camera. My apologies to the viewers. I mean, not that they weren't getting any action, but they weren't necessarily getting all of the same things we were talking about. That really threw me off. I was like, I didn't see a kill.
Turret out.
Oh, Matt was so close to glory there. Defenders are
Smart
retaking
move.
the site, but time's starting to be against them.
Last
Bongo though with picks up the through the box kill there.
Just enough time for the defuse
Yeah.
there.
Wow.
I thought we were gonna see Stritter throw his molly on the bomb, and you know he pulled back, and he had his Molotov out and didn't end up using it.
Speaking of throwing things, though, we do also have some utility coming in from chat. Subhuman throwing some shade at Gwolf, saying he's seen him struggle with a turret.
That's true. I think that was yesterday when, you know, it took me about 8 seconds to take down a turret
Placing sentry.
on split. Thanks, Mark.
Speaking of Mark, and thanks Mark for using your Prime sub here. Don't forget to do that while you're here. Love you. Sneaky, sneaky. Gonna pay off. Oh, there's no smoke left to back into. That was very close.
Ow.
Terminated.
Here we see the defenders again being really active on the map, kind of trying to close the noose here. Attackers need to push through. Oh, standing right next to each other. I'm surprised Bungu's not spamming this out.
Down, C.
Yeah.
One enemy remaining.
Oh.
30 seconds left. Last player standing.
Good pickups by Jonathan.
Play.
Goes for the plant to get
Big
the extra
play by
money.
Jonathan.
There you go. So we see the attackers just kind of barely holding on to the economic advantage here. They are getting the wins, but they're pretty costly wins. They're having to buy out after pretty much every single one of them. And this time around here, we're going to see we've got 3 and 4 ults potentially to come into play as well.
Yeah, interesting. Bop-a-awp is doing sort of a mixed buy here, not buying together.
Prepare for hellfire. Joke's over.
Oh, unfortunate for Dave there. His heart was in the right place, but he needed to lead that with some utility or something.
Spike planted.
Here. Blocking sight. Placing sentry. Push and run.
Last player standing.
Crash trying his darndest to buy enough time here and manages to actually pull it off.
Recalling my bot.
Clutch.
That's well played by Crash there.
So really quickly, just to make sure I don't misspeak, we had AMONGSUS took down last map, right?
Bop-a-awp.
Or bop-a-awp did?
They won the first leg.
Okay. Just somebody was asking in chat. So Heartseas, you'll hear this a few minutes later. I guess I'll type it to you as well. Bop-a-awp, who is on the defense here. So they're down 1-4 in the second map, but they took map 1 14-12.
Yep.
Oops.
Got some intel at A.
Placing swarm grenade.
Gotta watch this lurk by Cypher coming through B here. Well, this is kind of a bizarre change of events.
Yeah, it is.
Double back fake.
And somehow
I'm
none of them
confused.
really running into each other either. A little bit of crossfire coming out from the defenders, Reyna, who's about to get, yeah, I was going to say, about to get obliterated if they don't get behind that box. Attackers kind of forget she's there, though. Oh, Bungo. That headshot on Crash.
One enemy remaining.
They're all dead? I have more tests to run. Placing sentry. Bot coming back. Out of charges. Turn out.
Attackers run back and forth a few times, but it looks like they're liking that play again of potentially mid to C, but maybe doubling back to B. We've seen them do that a couple times now.
Yeah, really aggressive into the garage there.
Taking their time coming out of it, though, and the defenders are trying to rotate really hard.
Spike down. C. One enemy remaining.
Oh.
You saw Jet push all the way down C. I don't think they were expecting that.
Yeah, I think that one felt reminiscent of some of yesterday's matches where the right calls made, but not the right tempo.
Placing sentry.
So we do see our attackers with a pretty heavy buyout here. If our defenders can hold this one, this is going to be a tough hole.
Aggressive peek there by Sova. Really got burned.
Cool kid stuck, yeah, really stuck out there. We see the defenders again taking really aggressive angles and kind of getting punished for it.
Yeah, going for that orb there, and you know, anytime you get killed when you're going for the orb, that's a tough one to take.
Feels kind of like going to flash this Phoenix and having a gun stuck in your mouth.
Yes.
Defenders pick up a kill and do still hold heaven, moving in on the site, but they're starting to run low on time. Jet gets killed while trying to take out the boom bot, and attackers just close the deal.
Well executed by Crash there with the or the swarm grenade.
We see a fully armored op coming out here from Panda's Jet, which we saw put to good use a couple of times last map. But a little underpowered on the rest of the buy there. And Jet is not, unfortunately, in the right spot to use that. We're only she and C.
Yeah, it's a tough map to op on for that reason. You know, if you end up having to move around a
Joke's
lot,
over. You're dead.
it's hard to get a lot of damage.
Ooh, a good Phoenix ult there gets him a kill and out scot-free. Spike goes down. This is going to be a really tough retake for our defenders, who are kind of running around right now. Cool Kid does well on his own, but that was very uncoordinated. And we see Cypher trying to hold the angle there, but misses on the way by with the AWP. I don't know why Bungu turned around and tried to contest the AWP there. He made it past the corner.
Going for the kill and instead of the defuse.
So defenders really needed to find some momentum here, and they're going to struggle with that because they don't have a whole lot in the way of information gathering. Dave, again, taking the really aggressive angle there, barely makes it out with his life. We do see the defenders trying to rotate through, but Panda going down to an attacker's AWP. Dave getting caught there by a crash. Cool Kid, though, with a couple of big kills.
You saw a real interesting play there where Bungo went with his ult and used it strictly for information gathering. Went to long A, saw everything was there, and canceled. It was a smart play there.
One enemy remaining.
Cool Kid with the potential for the ace here. He wants it too. I'm not surprised he is following. Oh, yeah. A little too aggressive.
40 seconds. He's got time to go all the way around. You may see him just save the AWP here, though.
Yeah, I think potentially. Probably just going to watch down into C and keep his ear tuned to the right.
Cage 10 seconds left.
Little consolation prize there. Get his ult charged up for next time.
Yeah, it's a real effective ult that Cypher has. You know, you get a dead body, throw that down, you see everyone on your mini-map where they are for a short period of time. See if he's able to put that to use.
Obviously, we could see on the map there that he was okay, but peeking that corner with his knife out with about 1.5 seconds left, that kind of thing gets punished more often than you'd like to think. That was a little too spicy.
Yes, this should do.
Looking to get some mileage out of that AWP middle while potentially sending the rest to A. Dave gets punished again at A, again taking a very aggressive angle there. We'll see if attackers can collapse on that. Cool Kid hoping to pick up a bunch of kills behind the box here again. Eventually, he's going to get caught for that. Here he goes. One. Gets punished by Crash that time. Just a 1-for-1. Attackers do get the spike down, and they've got a 4-3 to try and hold it. 2 ults as well.
One down.
I know exactly where you are.
Last player standing.
Headshot. Here.
Is that Cypher ult?
They know
Little
each
game of
other's
chicken
there.
Here.
Oh, he misses hearing the footstep, though. Heartbreaker.
Last round in the half.
Tough map to defend on, though.
Yeah.
You know, 7-4, 7-5, 8-4, you know, depending on how this ends up, still anybody's game.
Yeah, they're not too bad off. Obviously, picking up one more would put them in a much better spot, but this map is not nearly as defender heavy as Split is. Ooh. Dave, hoping to catch him with the ult right out the bat there. Not an overall bad idea, but
yeah, it opened up space for Cool Kid to sort of peek that angle on short A too.
And we see defenders again being very aggressive, pushing on the attackers.
You should run.
The hunt begins.
You've got
Spike planted.
attacker and defender killjoy happening at the same time.
Be faster.
Really need to coordinate this retake.
Last player standing.
No, I didn't see. Did Jet not have any utility there?
I didn't see it either.
Yeah, a tough one to drop for the defenders there, but not
Switching sides.
unsalvageable.
There.
For those of you keeping track at home, we do have bop-a-awp, who won map 1, are currently down 4-8 on map 2 and are now going on the offensive. It does seem like the offensive plays a little bit better to their playstyle, so like we said, definitely not down and out just yet, but this pistol round's important.
Yeah, real important pistol round. You know, if you can win it and take the eco round after it, this is a real close game. Whereas if you're staring down a 10-4 deficit, it's a lot tougher. Looks like they're kind of defaulting out around the map.
Everybody kind of waiting for a little bit of information. Panda dodges out of one right into another. Cool Kid picks up Jonathan. I did not see what happened to Stritter there.
Taken out.
Last player standing. Spike down mid.
Oh. Tough. Tough there for Dave. All right, so what are we going to see? Are we going to see a submachine gun force buy, or are they going to play the long game here and go for round 3?
Looks like the
Debating
force
about it. They want to, but they're not committed to it quite yet. We've seen 3-4 people queue up guns so far. Looks like they do land on going for one more eco and just trying to get some momentum going after it. Be very, very quiet.
Yeah, this is a slow evolver.
We're hunting omens. I think there's been more downtime in this round than bop-a-awp is given during the whole match. They really like to run at him, so they kind of fake at Cypher and C and decide to back off of that. Looks like maybe a slight miscommunication there, though, with yeah, with Dave pushing a little bit too early, and Bungu kind of hanging out in middle, I guess as flank protection, but it leaves a 2-on-1 push at A, and defenders are rotating.
Down A. Last player standing.
Good hold from our defenders.
The eyes are down.
So as we pointed out 2 rounds ago, this is exactly where they don't want to be. This round here is all but the match, or all but the map, I should say, not the match. They've got to buy on Bungu. There we go. I was going to say, there's no way they're holding back at this point. They have to take a round and use that to roll another, like, round or 2 if they want to have any chance.
Safety's off. down.
Quick 1-for-1, some utility out. Attackers do have the sight this time and do get the spike down, but not a very advantageous position for them. Defenders hold heaven. We see Omen back out to try and get a surprise angle. Cool kid with that patented aggression. He gets a kill, but he goes down for it, and Bungo drops too. I think this is all over with the grind. Yep.
Wow.
So attackers living on a prayer here. We have no ults. Not quite as low on money as I thought we were going to be, actually. But
Yeah,
actually, how did that happen? Is there a loser bonus like there is for Counter-Strike?
Loss bonus. Exactly.
Okay. Yep. I was like, what happened? So yeah, there is a mechanic in this for when you're really getting rolled, like what's happening right now, where you get some loss bonus cash, and that came to play for them there. Otherwise, this would be pretty much just 2 more and out, or 1 more and out. Interestingly, though, not a full buy from our attackers. So playing for all the marbles here. They want to try and eco this one and then be able to buy in the future.
Yeah, only 2 more rounds to give. Ooh, there was the flame.
Spike down mid.
Reyna gets a kill, gets her ability off there. Recoups a little bit. We still have Cypher chilling on C. And they want to use 2 here to watch B for the defenders. Everybody kind of converging on B. It's about to get hot. Trade right there.
Last player standing.
Attacker's getting some important kills. Can they pick up that Cypher? Looks like gonna retreat to A and
30 seconds
steal
left.
the defense. Cypher knows it's happening. He wanted to get over there while they were planting before they got set up, but just too far away.
Cover going out.
Perfect timing. Bungo gets some cover up there. Cypher actually decides to push right into it, though, surprisingly enough.
Now he's been spotted by that alarm bot.
Very tough retake here. He goes up into heaven, which makes sense. If he can pick off Bungo, he's got a shot at it. Bungo knows it too. Yeah, so he backs up, draws him out. Good round for the attackers. And not quite as expensive as it could have been. They make it out of that not only with a win, but with 2 rifles. So they get the economic win they wanted there. It was a bold strategy, Cotton, but it did pay off for him.
Yeah, let's see if they can generate some momentum off that.
Defenders do have enough money, more or less, to buy out. So we're about even here. But if attackers can take this one, they've still got a little bit of life. Oh, look at that little sage hanging off the side of the rifle. She's so cute. Another one of these very slow, weighted out rounds. They're hoping the defenders are going to leave their nests, but these defenders are happy where they are.
You should run.
The hunt begins.
Ooh, a big pickup for Cool Kid there. Taking Jonathan in heaven, getting the bomb down. That accelerated very quickly for them. Defenders now scrambling to get back into it.
Here comes that Cypher ult. The attackers have been spotted.
Yeah, well executed. That was two very good back-to-back rounds, and exactly what they needed to get back into this match. So they're about even, if not slightly ahead on economy. We're tied 2-2 for ults, and we have a bit of momentum. If they can keep this up, if they can slow play it, like they've been doing, that actually seems to be their strongest suit right now. We see Cypher changing his setup for the defenders as well, setting up on the mid to B a little bit. And definitely being a little more aggressive with his positioning as well.
You see a lot of utility set up by Cypher there in the garage, as well as on the site at C. See if they're successful on this lurk into B.
Cover going out.
Right here.
Attackers really toying with trying to move in on B, but Spritter probably going to chase him out into C now. Yep.
Come on, let's go.
30 seconds left. Last player
Oh.
standing.
Tough
Spike
missed
down,
shots there by Dave. They had a chance to keep that run alive.
Match
I stand by it. They're getting better rounds out of these ones that they're playing slower. I know it's not their
Right here.
their MO, but that one just came down to gunplay, and sometimes you lose the coin flip.
Well, here we are on match point, and I wanted to correct myself from earlier. I said the wrong team won the last one. It was AMONGSUS won.
Oh, so I was
team
right. Oh no.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize for that.
No, that's okay. I forgot to write it down in my notes, so I just went with it. So we potentially see AMONGSUS locking in the whole series here then.
Yep.
Spike down A.
Especially with two big pickups there by Phoenix.
They will cover.
Careful now. Going up.
5-on-2.
Phoenix blows all of his healing. Yeah, Jet looking for something with the ult, but
And that's GG.
Defenders win.
well, I guess we accidentally created a little bit of drama there, telling people we were potentially headed to game 3. Unless we need to triple check our facts there. I believe at the last minute we sorted out that that is a 2-0 victory for AMONGSUS. We can double check that with Eden or somebody else among the tournament
Yeah,
organization.
Eden, can you double check that for us?
Yeah, they definitely won. They won both rounds. So
Okay.
I guess that's the end of it for tonight.
All right, I do apologize to the viewers for the confusion there. For those that don't know, I have absolutely terrible memory, so we just picked one and rolled with it. But it looks like we are going to have AMONGSUS moving on to our grand finals here, playing against Affinity next Saturday. As far as last match there, other than our bungle on who was in the lead, which I again apologize about. Who's standing out to you as MVPs, I guess, for both teams again? And then do you have an overall match MVP now that we're done?
Yeah, this one was a real team effort, I thought. Jonathan had some really strong runs with Reyna. And, Crash, great execution, great utility use. Just an overall strong team win.
Yeah, I think I actually want to go. I know I know it's not as flashy, but I want to go with Jonathan again for my MVP pick as well, who was my pick last time, even though he was much more middle of the scoreboard. It just seems like he pops out at the right moment and picks up a 3-kill, you know, and locks in a round that just becomes a whole momentum changer. That'll move us on to the finals. That's 2 2-0s. Affinity 2-0s Home Depot during semifinal match 1 yesterday, and AMONGSUS does 2-0 bop-a-awp as well. So I think we're going to have a great grand final next week. Grand final will be best of 5, so potentially more games coming at us there, and I think it's going to be a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to being out there playing, and it's great to be on this side for this weekend. And
yeah,
thanks for letting me do it.
I'm really glad
I
you could join us.
screwed
It was
up
a
the
pleasure.
score,
Absolutely.
and great working with you.
Yeah, thank you. You too. Hopefully for future tournaments. Well, I mean, I guess hopefully for future tournaments you're still playing, but but when you're not, you're more than welcome to come hang out and do some casting again.